Hi, my name is Alex and I'm here to talk about PTSD and problems that it causes and how to deal with those. I'm here because I want to show the picture of the brain. Some people who had the PTSD and I worked with before were joking that this is my favorite picture of brain. So yeah, it is my favorite picture of the brain. So let's explain the picture. This part of the brain is where we think and feel and have all our memories and stuff. And this part of the brain is the one that it's in charge of keeping us alive, meaning that it rings alarms, makes sure that we run away from a danger or stay safe, whatever it needs to be. And you will see that there's like little flames, little ices, because all those are legitimate fear responses. So you already know that there are like 4 legitimate responses for the danger: fight, run away from it, freeze as well, and something that is typical for humans called fawn. You try to be nice to a person who's abusing you in hope that they will stop. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work. Anyway, those are 4 responses, and they all come from the bottom part of the brain. Try to keep you safe. And the trauma you went through basically separates the thinking part of the brain from the lower part of the brain. The problem with that is that when that separation happens, that upper part of the brain does not switch on. So you don't think clearly and you make silly decisions. And that's why we have to deal with the symptoms. That's the only reason, so that you can think clearly. One of the typical symptoms of PTSD is something that people are calling flashbacks. Hollywood has a lot of fun with that one. Starting with like complete delusion that you're somewhere else and doing something completely different, to more realistic portrayals. The one correct one I've seen was in recent Mad Max. That one, there's a scene at the beginning where Mad Max is trying to escape the imprisonment, and from time to he's running through the corridors, and there's like flashes of images from his past coming up in. I would call that the real flashback. The other kind of flashback is purely like emotional one, where you just end up being panicky and you cannot fucking understand why. It's just like panic. It's like, why the fuck is going on? What's going on? But it's full-blown panic. I have to run away. Anyway, the good news is, the more you learn about these flashbacks and the more you do the tips I will share with you, is more likely that you will end up be able to catch those flashbacks before they start escalating. Sooner you catch them, sooner you can deal with them, and sooner they can be stopped and you can calm down. One of the tricks that one of my clients was using is having some kind of elastic around your wrist. So when you feel yourself getting into that state, you start smacking your wrist just to make sure that you go back where you are now in a safe place. That's one of the things. The other thing is a breathing, a technique of breathing that is called box breathing. So what you do is inhale for 4, and I will demonstrate that. Hold the breath for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for the 4. So it's like a box. So let's try to do that. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. So inhale, hold, exhale, hold, and that's it. You can repeat that till you convince your brain that everything is fine. And my favorite brain picture went away. There it is. Brain picture. There's one more technique that it's used in therapy very often. It's called 5, 4, 3. Basically what you do with that one is following. So 5. Notice notice and see 5 things around you, whatever they are. So any 5 things that you can see around you, that right now, right here. So for instance, for me, it would be my phone. There's a flower over here, orchid. There's a painting over here. That's 3. There's a mouse, computer mouse, not the real one. Stapler. 5 things. Then try to hear 4 things around you. Try to hear 4 things around you. Okay. For me, I've heard ticking clock, running refrigerator, the traffic outside of the my house, and rubbing of my hair on clothing. Now try to sense 3 things that you're touching, either with your body or with your hands. 3 things. Okay, for me, that was a floor I'm standing on. I'm standing on the floor. I'm sitting on a chair. I can feel really the chair. And I was holding my hands together so I could feel the skin of my hands. So now 2 things. Try to smell 2 things. Okay, for me, that was my dog that really needs a bath. And believe it or not, buggers in my nose. They have a smell. And 1, try to taste something. Right now, for me, that's just my saliva, but it is. So this is another calming down techniques that you can do to calm yourself down. what it does is basically grounds you in the moment of space-time continuum where you are now, instead of letting your brain go over down in a black hole of some kind. So that's all for now. I'll share more techniques next time, especially the one that address problems of insomnia, because insomnia is also a problem with PTSD.